It's another scorcher in the back of the meat wagon. Hello campers, welcome back to another sweaty portion of the daily meat. It is Wednesday the 8th of July 2026. Man, it's hot. It's supposed to be 29 degrees Celsius today. Very muggy. But in the back of the meat wagon, like you see before, 37C, got my fan on there. I've had the sunroof open since 9 o'clock. It's currently 1 o'clock by the way, it's 1 PM. I've had the sunroof, a side door, the windows open since 9 AM. It's hot. So we have got a fair bit of blue sky today. There is a light breeze. But it's just so muggy. I've got my fan on me. I've turned the fridge on. We've got that going, getting that down to ambient temperature. I've got 28% battery in the Allpowers S2000. So I was thinking we could give this a charge up today with the Allpowers Solex 200 watt solar panel. See if we can get a full charge out of it. Right, so I've got the solar panel set up in the garden there. Yeah, this is the Solex SE200 from Allpowers. Connected up on the Anderson MC4. We've got the XT60 socket, which goes on the front of the power station there. Let's turn that off. So yeah, 28% battery, and it's 1 PM. Right, so that's in the shade, tucked out the way. So let's see what we're drawing in. So free energy we're getting off the sun there, so that's a bit difficult to see because of the sun. Yeah, so we're averaging about 165 watts of power from the sun, harnessing that free electricity, and it's saying it will take 7 hours to charge up. And I am dripping. I'm literally doing nothing. I'm just sitting here and I am pouring a sweat. It is humid today. The sun's gone behind the clouds now. It's spicy weather, campers. Yep, well, we're going to leave this up here anyway. It's sort of tucked out the way, so hopefully it don't go missing today. So the weather today, like I say, is going to be up to 29. Tomorrow's going to be 33, so it's getting even hotter. Too hot to do anything with Bruno and Maggie. They're in the living room with a couple of fans on them, keeping cool in the shade on a wood floor. I've got no aircon in the meat wagon. The Audi's still having its air conditioning sorted out. Mrs. Meat's got the Vitara, so she's driving around in air conditioning luxury. But for us, we're going to be old school in it with au naturel airflow. Yep, so we need to drive somewhere in a meat wagon just to get a bit of airflow. So my thoughts on charging up that Allpowers S2000 power station was to maybe do a cheeky midweek camp, but it's hot. It's hot. If I do one, I want to take Bruno with me, and we're gonna have to wait till quite a lot later in the day when it's cooled down, and maybe do a little woodland camp somewhere. Even if we have to go to Sandringham Woods, do another camp there. There's different spots, so I'll pick a different spot if we do go. But I just want to get plenty of charge into that power station, and we'll play it by ear today. I may go camping, I may not. I do want to get back out in the meat wagon, but it is, yeah, tomorrow's going to be even worse. But anyway, I think we need to beat this midday heat and just get some airflow going in the meat wagon. Let's go for a drive. Well, we are back on the open road in the meat wagon. We've got the air flowing. It's warm in here. The mobile greenhouse on wheels is ready to grow some tomatoes or something. It is hot. It's hot. I was just having a little think about the cheeky midweek camp tonight, and I've got a solution. I've got a plan. We'll have a cheeky midweek camp at the Manifesto campsite. Just take the van up the garden. We'll camp up there, so we can test out the power station, the Allpowers power station on our camp, see how it performs. We ain't got to travel far, so we're saving liquid gold. We don't have to worry about the meat wagon breaking down because we're literally just up the garden. And if it's too hot for Bruno, just take him back to the house. I think that's the plan. I think we're going to do a camp at the homestead. First time on the Daily Meat. I've done some camps here before on the Meat Manifesto channel. Done quite a few camps in the garden, but I think it's been about 2 years since I last done a camp up there. And then we can have a few juices, not have to worry about being over the limit. I've also got my £20 RAC voucher. So if I go to a supermarket now, get some goodies for tonight's camp with our £20 budget, yeah, and we can have a nice bit of munch, a few cheeky juices, courtesy of the RAC, in celebration that we got the Meat Wagon back up and running. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I'm thinking we get a nice steak, get some juices, get some like crispy potatoes or sweet potato fries, so we can plug the air fryer into the power station, test that out, and a bit of munch. Yes, because tomorrow's going to be really hot, and I know in the morning up the garden there, that's in the shade, so it should be okay. We ain't going to be getting woken up at 6 in the morning by sun beaming on the Meat Wagon. Anyway, Wednesday afternoon on a hot day on the A17. Traffic's okay, just got a lorry in front of me. Doing a steady 50 miles an hour. I'm not getting cut up by any convertibles today at the last minute. Oh look, even the food wagon's got a, oh no, what are they selling? Oh, they're selling fruit in under a gazebo in the lay-by next to the food wagon. Plus the house is going to be like mega hot tonight. It was hot last night, so I think I'd rather be sleeping in the Meat Wagon. It gets really humid at night, not nice. Right, let's pop into Deutschland's finest. On the hunt for a bit of steak today, campers. And a parking spot in the shade if possible. I managed to get a spot in the shade. Nice. Well, I've been going around Aldi, adding up my shopping, and I think I got a good £20 worth. So we're gonna go and check out. Well, to be fair, I got a big bag full of goodies, and that come to £21.7p. And my carrier bag was 4p, so we're only about 50 or 60p over budget, but we did good. Let me show you what I got, and I'm going to put it in the fridge because some of this stuff's for lunch as well. So, yep. Thank you very much, RAC. There's the grand total, £21.7p, minus 40p for the carrier bag. That's what we got, campers. Look at all that. Yep, so for lunch, I've got these Greek-style kebabs with tzatziki dip. Is that right? I don't know. Yep, anyway, they look good. Nice little dip in there. Where is it? What's that? 9.3 grams of protein. Got some ice cold cafe latte. And we've got a 30-day matured ribeye 8-ounce steak. Got a flat in my face there. So we've got steak courtesy of the RAC. Look at that, campers. We haven't had ribeye for quite a while. To go with that, got some crispy potato slices that I'll be putting in the air fryer later on this evening. Got some rich and indulgent coleslaw. For a pudding, we've got some specially selected pistachio tiramisus. I may actually have one of these this afternoon as well. And then for juice later on, we've got a couple of ciders because we like them in the nice hot weather. We've got an orchard vintage cider and an Irish cider original recipe. Got a couple of cheeky juices there, a couple of cocktails. Got a strawberry daiquiri and a pina colada. And this was like a spicy mouthful of nuts and, you know, Mexico and all that the other day. Yep, we've got some fully loaded jalapeno peanuts for breakfast in the morning up the Manifesto campsite. We've got some golden syrup porridge. And then to dunk in my strong ass Italian cafe in the morning, we've got some jam and cream bibbits. So that £20 RAC voucher coming very handy, and that should keep us going for the next 24 hours. I have also got some beers in the fridge as well that I didn't get with this, so if we run out of juice, I've got. Right, I'm getting a bit of a sweat on, so I'm going to get this stuff put away, and then we'll jump in the front of the Meat Wagon, maybe find somewhere a bit more breezy, and we'll have a Greek style kebabs and a coffee, and yeah, I've got my sporks, so we'll probably have one of them as well. Right, we are back at Cinderash Park. Going to park in the shade for a spot of lunch. It's been a while since we've been here in the old Meat Wagon. Well, there is barely any breeze here at all, but we're going to have a Greek style kebabs with tzatziki dip. I just googled it. I think I got it right before. Anyway, kebab time. It's just Greek style kebab. What are they? They're chicken or is it human? Or I don't think I'll bother reading the ingredient list. Quite dry, and the dip is rather salty. Presuming it's chicken in there, they're quite herby. It's almost like a falafel, but with a bit of meat content in there. Not sure what meat it is. Dubious meat, but they're alright. Tastes very salty. But anyway, pistachio tiramisu time. We got the world famous spork. Gonna go in with a spoon end today. Give it a good spoon and look at that. These are made in Italia. Is it products of Italia or made in Italia? Anyway, they're very nice and I like them. I've had these before. £1.49. I'm gonna finish my cafe, my iced coffee latte. It's 6 PM. We're just about to go up to the garden. Got the power station up to 64%. Going to take the solar panel up there as well and we'll keep on charging it. As you can tell by my sweaty forehead, it is hot. I've had a shower as well, changed my clothes. It's a muggy one. Right, we got a hot puppy on board and we're heading up the garden to the Manifesto campsite. Oh, I don't think there's going to be much shade up there at the minute. I was thinking about bringing the tent up as well, but I think even in that it'll be a greenhouse. There's no getting away from the heat today. It is proper muggy. As you can see, there's not a lot in the way of cloud cover. It's rather hot up here. Bruno's having a little sniff around, but we've got the Meat Wagon parked up in the shade there, or partially. I do like parking across there, but as you can see, it's in the full heat. I may move it a little bit later on, but yep, that'll do us for now. Oh, there's a nice breeze coming through this way in the shade. Yep, that's going to be home for the night campers. Just if you're wondering, I could back all the way up, but round about there we've got a burial of a previous pet. So, yep, can't park there, so. Right, I think I'm going to get the solar panel back out, give that power station a bit more charge. And then, yeah, wipe my forehead, because that is just moist. And I think a cheeky juice is in order, campers. Hey, Bruno. Bruno's had his dinner. Yeah, Bruno's had his dinner before we come up here, so don't listen to him. He lies, makes out you haven't been fed. Can't really do a campfire tonight. One, it's too hot. Two, yep, the meat wagon will burn out, so we don't want that. But yeah, Bruno's just gonna graze around, find all the rabbit poo, and I'm gonna get set up. Right, we've got the solar panel set back up. We've got the power station charging there. What's that? Running about 125 watts of power, so that's all good to go. Campsite's all set up. Bruno's having a little sniff about there. Got my table out, my chair. Bruno's got some water. He's got his little toy there. We've got the swivel chair. Kepson's chair. It is warm in here. Oh, it's a little bit spacey. So yeah, we're gonna I've got the bottle opener, so let's have a cheeky juice. Wow, isn't this cosy, campers? One of our very own VIP campsite. Nobody about, not had to pay any overnight fees, no charges, not had to use hardly any liquid gold coming up here. Bruno's just drinking some water as I'm talking. He's having a bit of doggy juice. So yeah, nice chilled one in the shade. Got an ice cold Orchard Irish cider. I did put these in the freezer for a little bit in the house before I came out, just to get them extra. Oh, campers, that's good. Oh. Yeah, so our first cheeky juice of the day, courtesy of the RAC breakdown cover. Thank you very much. I think that was well deserved after our a 10-day wait for the Meat Wagon to come back. Hopefully we'll have a nice chill evening. I don't normally get any bother around here, if I'm honest, and we're surrounded by open fields. I don't think I'll be cooking food just yet. The steak can wait till a little bit later on, wait till it cools down a bit. It's still very, very humid. Just a nice time to relax in the shade. Got a nice breeze coming from the north there. Yeah, Bruno's quite happy, just sniffing around looking for rabbit poo. And probably disappearing off to, don't know, where's he gone? Oh, he's just having a pee there, look at that. Let's give him a bit of privacy. Bless him. Whew, man, it is. Even in the shade, I am still, I'm hot. I'd rather be up here in the Meat Wagon than in that house. That is rather hot in there. That's going to be a bad night's sleep. I've got a couple of devices plugged in, charging up my battery powered fan and my light, because we need to stay cool. We need to be able to see what we're doing in the back of the Meat Wagon later on. Yeah, we're still pulling in some power off the sun. It's gone very low because Bruno decided to stand in front of the solar panel. We're getting now, still getting over 100 watts of power. We'll keep that charging up for a little while longer, and then a bit later we'll put it in a van and plug the fridge into it. And when it cools down a bit more, we'll be plugging in the air fryer and cooking some crispy taters. Can actually smell spring onion in the air. There must be some around here somewhere. Looks like they're growing wheat in the field behind me there. All wispy. I can really smell spring onion. Yeah, it's getting quite bushy around here. The view ain't as open as it normally is in the winter. But it's countryside as far as the eye can see. And Bruno's having a good time, having a little sniff around. If we have any issues for the night, we got spade in it. Yep, not shovel. We've got spade. So, yep. This is probably the most chill park up I've had. Although the mountain one in Wales was good, and the one where we did a bit of hiking in the mountain, not far from Cardigan. But that little camp we did in the Lincolnshire Wolds near Louth, where it's by the fields in front of us with the view of Grimsby and a little bit of bush behind me. This is very similar to my own homestead. We're pretty far away from the main road, and over that side it's just fields. So it's nice up here. It's nice and peaceful. And hopefully, if the clouds play ball, which it looks like they should do, we'll have a nice sunset over the back of that caravan there. Yep, I should camp here more often, to be honest. I know I travel around all over the country using up precious liquid gold and in Europe and what have you, but yeah, we have a very own campsite. Obviously making videos, I need to get out and about, and you know, can't keep recording the same thing every single day, but you know, it's nice to be at home, and it is nice to have the Meat Wagon mobile again. And hopefully once this heat wave passes, we'll go on another adventure. It's just a bit too hot at the minute, especially taking Bruno out. Yep. Well, Bruno is now attached to a lead. So he's just having a little sniff down there. I think he was by the peach tree, having a cheeky little munch of some peaches on the floor, and then Twiglet come up from that side, and then he tried to chase him over there. I had to call him back, so he's on the long lead for now. He did come back, but you know, He's still a young puppy, still learning the art of trying to not attack cats. Right, so I just took the ribeye steak out of the fridge, get that up to a nice ambient temperature before we start cooking that a little bit later on. While I was in the fridge, well, yep, I pulled out a cheeky Coca Bay Pina Colada, 5%. Oh yeah, that's frosty cold as well. Nice bush. Actually, the more I think about it, I think it's chive. It's chive I can smell. Not spring onion, chive. It's very nice, very nice. Anyway, ice cold Pina Colada. Right, salute campers. Our first cheeky little camp back in the Meat Wagon since the breakdown. At least we're a bit closer to home today. Oh yeah. Right, so it's 7:45. So what's that? 6 hours 45 minutes. We've gone from 28% to 71. Obviously, the last few hours you don't get as much sunlight. Plus, we've had a bit of cloud today. So what's that? 43%. That ain't too bad at all, considering it's a 2,400 watt power station. Let's turn on the AC. So we've got the crispy potatoes in there. So we're gonna go probably 12 minutes at 180 degrees. Boom. Let's see how that performs. Look at that taking out 900 watts of power. Got a spider there. Get out my van. So while the air fryer's doing its thing, cooking them crispy potatoes, we got the steak ready. The 30-day matured 8-ounce ribeye steak with a bit of sea salt and black pepper. Lightly seasoned it. Well, there is quite a bit on there, so Bruno may have some. He's there chewing his bone. So we're just going to get that Ridge Monkey smoking hot there. And next thing we're going to do is put a bit of heat to that 8-ounce 30-day matured ribeye steak meat. Oh yeah. Looks like smoking away nicely. Let's get the al fresco money shot. Oh, look at that, campers. Oh yeah. Been a while since we had some ribeye steak. Looking forward to this. Courtesy the RAC. Not sponsored by him, just, you know, they sent me a voucher because I broke down and their customer service wasn't the best, put it that way. Yep. Anyway, let's keep an eye on my steak. I think the steak's up enough. We've done a couple of minutes each side. It's quite a thin one today, so we're gonna take that off the heat. Let that. Wow, look at the size of that. Gonna let that sit for as long as we cooked it for. Only did barely a couple of minutes each side. I'm getting alerted by the Chefman 100 watt air fryer, the Andy Wardle special. I need to do a little bit of shaking on my crispy. Well, still less than 6 minutes to go on them, so it should be enough time to let that do its thing. Well, the crispy potatoes are done, and that's used what, 6% of the battery. Not bad at all. That's a bit of a beast of a power station. Bruno has arisen because dinner is ready. We've got rich and indulgent creamy coleslaw there. We got the crispy potato fries seasoned with a bit of salt, pepper, vinegar. Don't know where the label's gone from that since the van's been back. And yep, the cheapo brown sauce drizzled over the crispy potatoes there. And look at that, we've got the star of the show, the 30-day matured 8-ounce ribeye steak, just sparingly drizzled with a bit of brown sauce because it's nearly run out. And yeah, seasoned with a bit of salt and pepper. Look at that, campers. That is food fit for a champione. Oh, and we've got a nice cold Budvar. Yep. Mrs. Meat bought that when I had the sesh the other day, and I didn't finish that one off because I was very drunk. But yep, that's going to be a juice of choice. Oh yeah. This is nice, campers. I've got Bruno's head. This is nice, campers. I've got Bruno's head just there. So, a bit of coleslaw. Very nice, very rich and indulgent. It's got some crispy potatoes. Yep, they're good. Very nice. Let's try a bit of the steak. There we go. We've got a bit of a medium thing going on there. It's a thin steak, so you know. No, that's good. Wow, that's a good bit of steak. That is nice. Nice and tender, nice and soft, nice and juicy, moist. Plenty of flavour there. Nice. It's a fair size. I will save Bruno some. Look at that campus, cooked to perfection. I must admit that is a damn good steak. Let's have a bit of the old Czech budvar. You get away, you. Bruno's having a good sniff, and he's also got his lead entwined around the table. But upon reflection, Bruno, away, go on, biting. But upon reflection, from that fateful night where we was broke down on the side of the Black Mountain, and we were stranded all night, I had about 2 or 3 hours sleep. Moments like this make it worth it. We got the Meat Wagon running. We got a nice ribeye steak. Bruno's just chewing my chair. Life's good, campers. Life's good. Well, that was the bee's knees. That made being stuck on a mountain well worthwhile. I ain't gonna lie. Got some bits there for Bruno. He's gonna have a little chow down on a bit of ribeye steak. Yep, he's waiting. He's making himself comfortable. I also dropped a bit of coleslaw down my top, so that's going to make an appearance for the rest of the video. Right, you want your steak, puppy? Look at that, campers. Oh, yep. Bruno does love a bit of steak. Look at that. Look at the vitality. Best daily dogging channel on the whole of YouTube. Getting his protein hit like the rest of you lot. That good puppy. Look at that. He made easy work of that. Good boy. Proper van life dog. Bruno's been retrieving some wood from the fire pit. He's having a little chow down there. He's been having a little rummage through there. So it's currently 20 to 9, deep in the Manifesto bush. I believe sunset today is 9:24, so not too long now. Check that out. Oh, lovely. So just before the sun sets, I thought I'd have my second pistachio tiramisu. Good health, campers. Bruno seems to think he's in on this, but no, not this puppy. You've had your steak. Cheers. Right, so let's have a look at the sun now. 9:10. Ain't quite set yet, but I know it's gonna disappear behind them trees very soon. So, oh, look at that, beautiful. Nice golden sunset. Just over the fields there. And just in the distance there, you can see the spire from the church in Long Sutton. And Bruno's deep in the bush. He's having a good sniff. Can probably smell some of the wildlife around here. Beautiful end to a very hot day, and tomorrow's going to be even spicier. Well, it's 9:30. The sun has set. It's still pretty light out, and it's very, very muggy. So we're just sort of chilling out at the minute. Got the fridge plugged into the power station now. Charging up my phone, and just charging up my fan still. Yes, we're not going to get the van into stealth mode yet. It is still very warm in the van. I don't want to turn the lights on because there's flies around. I don't want to attract them all just yet. I'm just going to chill out for a little while. The flies are definitely starting to make an appearance now. definitely a warm one tonight. Definitely warm. I can still smell chive. Very chivey in the air. Yep, Bruno's activated little shazer bag mode. Some people have said on the channel that have not heard him bark. He does bark. What are you doing, puppy? Huh? What are you doing? Now it's cooled down, he's come to life. He's had a lack of big walks today. What are you doing, pup? Huh? Pup. Yeah. Go on, pup. Speak. There you go. There you go. See? He does bark. Yep. I know, Bruno. I know. Don't start chewing your lead. Right, campers, we are now in the back of the Meat Wagon. Got it in stealth mode. It is very spicy in here. I've got 2 fans on. It's warm. It's warm. Bruno is where's he gone? He thinks he's going to be laying on the meat sacks now. Stop licking. Stop licking. He ain't going to be sleeping on there, puppy. It's too hot. Okay, it must be on camera. Best daily dogging channel on the whole of YouTube. You've missed a bit of van life, haven't you, puppy? Okay, he's got a fan on him, just there. Got that plugged into the Nebo Galileo. A little mood light. Also acts as a pad. Will you stop biting me? Yeah, Bruno's definitely come to life. So we've got the fridge plugged into the Allpowers power station on 63%. We've also got the bigger fan plugged in. We've got that blasting away. Filled up the water tank. So we've got a bit of vapour coming off there, a bit of mist. About to have a strawberry daiquiri. Yeah, so we haven't got Bruno's bed with us, but I've got the captain's chair set up for him. So that's where you're going to be sleeping tonight. It's too hot to be in the bed with me. You're going to be over there, hopefully. He'll probably just end up plonking on the floor. We'll see. It's very, very warm in here. As you can see, it's still dusk out there. It actually looks light on the camera than it actually is outside. It is quite dark. So for our nightcap this evening, we've got an ice cold strawberry daiquiri. 3.4%, so quite a light juice before we go to bed, eh, Bruno? Well, I ain't going to bed just yet. It's very warm. Oh, I can smell the strawberry straight away. Just turn that fan on me a bit. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be even hotter, so it's not going to be an enjoyable couple of nights, put it that way. Anyway, let's have a cheeky little cocktail. Cheers, campers. Oh, that's a refreshing little drop. Well needed on a warm summer's evening. Right, so I think I'm going to have a little lay on the meat sack with a fan directly pointing at my face and watch a bit of YouTube for a while. Just chill out and take in the ambience of the homestead campsite. Well, Bruno's worked out his sleeping area for the night. Laying on the captain's chair with the fan directly on his smusher there. Nice and cool, puppy. I'm doing the same myself. I've actually took the filter out of that. I've soaked it in water and I've put it in the fridge for a little while. So when you put the filter back in, it blows through that cold mist, blows through that moist cold air. And for a little while, just for about 5 minutes or so, it'll feel like air conditioning. It'll be nice. I finished my juice. Cheeky juice is gone. Just come up to 10:30. So I think I'm going to end today's portion of the daily meat here before I fall asleep. I got the fan on my face. It's nice and cool. Yeah, we had a cheeky little midweek camp up the garden. Food and juice courtesy of a £20 RAC voucher from when we had a breakdown. Very nice steak as well, campers. That was a good steak. Bruno enjoyed his steak as well. And yeah, I've had some good juices. I didn't get round to eating my nuts. Where are they gone? There. It's a little bit too hot, a little bit spicy as well, my jalapeno nuts. We'll have them tomorrow. It'll be fun. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's portion of the daily meat. A cheeky little camp, testing out the Allpowers S2000 Pro power station and a solar panel. So we've been camping today with free electricity, apart from the lights. The lights is the only thing that is not used on that power station. Every other power source is going through that, even charging my phone as we speak. Been performing very well, very impressive. I'll put a link in the description and in the pinned comments if you're interested in buying one of them kits. There is currently a 10% discount code if you put in the Meat Manifesto, 10% off. Check it out while you can. I'm gonna hit the hay. It's getting late. I'm quite tired. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video. And we'll carry this on in the morning on the next portion of the daily meat. Thanks for watching. See you all then. Stay meaty.